You're in Bangladesh, motherfucker. You're supporting the no, you're supporting the elderly up the butt with palm swipes after a nipple band-aid of the latest episode of Mom Swipes Left. A niche or niche or Nietzsche, I think I say niche, podcast with two middle-aged women who are looking forward to their old lady rage. It's coming soon. It's coming for us with a vengeance. This is episode 107, about MSL episode 245. I'm your host, Pomme de Terre. Enjoy. I would give this week's episode a 3.5 out of 5 potato eyes. Don't take that as a slight, Jennifer. I had a good time. I'm not going to read through all of my laugh track. I'm only going to talk about the ones where I had specific comments. First of all, your real time math calculations for how many episodes make 5 years was impressive and accurate. Episode 260 will be 5 years worth of Mom Swipes Left coming up soon. I appreciate you correctly citing that the suicide hotline number is 988. But yeah, nobody's going to remember that. You can just dial 911 and ask them what the number is for suicide hotline. You asked the rhetorical question, why did they not fuck on Wife Swap? Because the point of the show was to intentionally match up families with completely differing outlooks on life. So you put the hippie with the evangelical Christian. Sorry, they're not going to fuck. I enjoyed the story about Jen's grandmother's cooter migrating backwards. I actually don't have a comment about that. The Andy Warhol factory. I looked it up as well and found that it was at 4 different locations between 1963 and 1987. So your time machine doesn't have to be that accurate. Your Bangladeshi accent was a spot-on impression of Alibaba salami. Rue will back me up on that, I think. The story of Stoneman Willie, the mummy of Reading, Pennsylvania, was very interesting and raised a lot of good questions about whether Pennsylvania accents are Southern. And all my research can show is that there are distinctive accents throughout Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia have their own. Pennsylvania Dutch has its own. And then there's this no man's land in the middle of Pennsylvania called Pennsatucky. That is a little more southern. Apparently, John Updike, author John Updike, is the most famous person from Reading, Pennsylvania. I have no idea what he sounded like. Taylor Swift was born in Reading, Pennsylvania, but moved to Tennessee to pursue her country music dreams and does sound a little more country, I would say. Once again, Jen's confidence overrides reality. I looked up Brody's, which, Carol, I too had never heard of, as an expression that Jen insists is very common for peeling out from a parking spot. The closest I could find was a musician named Max Brody did an instrumental song called Peel Out, but I could not find any reference to someone calling that a Brody, doing a Brody. The Fox Dog hybrid was interesting as well. I agree with you that Fog or Docs would be a better name than Dogsome. Good questions about human ape hybrids. I'm in the middle of a the original Planet of the Apes marathon, and strangely, that topic does not come up. All right, this was my biggest question from the episode when Carol delivered the dog hero quiz. Jen's immediate response was, I was a dog hero. I would like to hear the story behind that. I know Jen was a dog in her youth, but how was she a dog hero? I agree with, now I don't even remember who I'm agreeing with, that blind guide dog does read like the dog was blind. It should be a guide dog for the visually impaired. The last note I have is fuck up in this. And along with that, I would say that Jen gave out her phone number, but merely in hopes of creating chaos because she just doesn't have enough in her life. How did I do? A little shorter. Bye bye.